is Veronica Sanders, CEO and principal designer of my namesake firm, Design with Veronica Sanders. I help world travelers and trailblazers create bespoke retreats for everyday living by combining personalized design with sophistication and joy. One thing that interior designers often struggle with is design fees. How do we set our prices, but also make sure that we are valuable and we can really charge what we're actually worth, to really be able to set our prices at a price point that is profitable for us, fair to our clients, and also helps us reach our goals as a business. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. Make sure that you are liking and subscribing, and comment below if you have questions about how to set your design fees, or if you've had some issues with setting your design fees and what those problems were. Comment those below, and maybe we can address that in a future video. When it comes to setting our fees, we can go so many ways. We can charge hourly, we can charge flat fees, we can charge by square foot. There's so many different ways. And so we're always wondering, what is the best way to charge our design fees? Well, it's really not about a number so much as it is about what is included in that design fee. So in order to really make sure that you are hitting that magic number that we're wanting to hit, we have to consider some things first. Figure out first what your business expenses are. What are the bills that you're having to, pay for? What are your rental fees? Like if you have an office, what are those building expenses? Do you have electricity bills that you're having to pay for? Are your fringe benefits, like if you have employees? If you don't have those things, is that something that you're planning for in the future? And if so, what are those costs? That's how you begin to start setting your design fees. Is you first need to know what's coming out of pocket first, so that way you can cover those things. Think about all of those, add those up, and then that's the number that you need to start with to determine how can we offset that with your design fees, to make sure that those things are covered and that you are still being able to take home pay, as well as your employees, and making sure that your firm stays open, happy, and healthy. Next would be to determine what your income goal is. If you have an income goal for the year, let's say you wanted to make $1 million, in 1 year for your interior design firm. Well, then if you know what that income goal is, then you also know what you need to do to reach that goal. So whether it's taking on more projects at a lower price point, or you want to take on less projects at a higher price point, whatever it is that you need to do, think about what that take-home pay is for you, and also, what you want to reinvest in your business as well. And so think about those income goals that you have for your business, and have that number in mind as well. And then that will help you determine, give you a starting point on how you need to start setting your design fees. And then once you've done that, you want to apply the next step. And another way that you can consider to charge for your design fees and really be able to set your design fees is to use the DPE Multiplier. So the way that this works is you first add up all of your expenses, as I mentioned before. So this could be your fringe benefits, your employee benefits, workers' compensation insurance, any type of health insurance, vision insurance, retirement expenses, FICA, any type of expense, whether it's operational or personnel, that comes out of your firm. You would add that number up, okay? And then you would include the cost of the salaries for your firm. So what is the salary that you want to take home? Is it a $200,000 a year, $100,000 a year, $50,000, $40,000, whatever it is? So figure out that number. And then also figure out the number of the salaries for any of your employees. So whether it's your, senior designer, your office manager, your junior designer, whatever their annual salary is, add that up along with yours. And then divide that by the expenses, and then add 100%. And so once you've gotten that gives you your percentage, which once you've gotten that percentage, basically just kind of move over, as we do to create a factor. And so let's say if it's 205%. If you move the percentage over 2 decimal points, then your factor would be 2.05, and then that will be your DPE multiplier. So that would be the number that you would multiply by your hourly rate to get your billable rate. So this would be the rate that you would charge your clients. So you may also be wondering, how can you, charge your fees? This is giving me like an hourly rate, but what about if I'm trying to go by a square foot, or if I'm trying to go by, if I'm trying to have a flat fee? And so basically what I do is, which is something that, another way that you can set your design fees is, after you've used your DPE multiplier and you've figured out your hourly rate, well then now determine how many hours it usually takes you to design a room based off of a particular square foot. But let's say, if you were to look at a, 300 square foot room, let's just say we're going kind of small, and you're looking at 300 square foot room and you're trying to figure out, well, it usually takes me about, let's say, 10 hours to design that room. Well, now if you're looking at a 600 square foot room, then it probably take you about twice as much time, and so just kind of think about it along that lines, and then multiply that times your hourly rate. And then once you've discovered that, now you can charge flat fee. And then lastly, if you're thinking about, how can you stay competitive with your design fees? Well, think about all those things that you offer. Again, this goes back to understanding your business plan, who your client avatar is, and who you are as a business. One design firm only does AutoCAD, but maybe you offer AutoCAD plus Revit, and you also do 3D renderings, and you do space planning plus elevations and floor plan drawings and architectural details. Think about all those things that you offer as a design firm, and why another design firm may be charging less than you. And so if you're trying to figure out how do you differentiate yourself and you are competitive in the market, well, you can let your clients know, I offer this in my firm. I'm not sure if any other design firm offers that, but this is what we offer, and this is why, we are the best designer for you. Like whatever your niche is and whatever that thing is that you do that is, makes you that, interior design unicorn that is super hard to find, that will justify your expenses, and it also will help you determine, how you stay competitive. If you have a client that's, kind of combative and wondering, why do you charge what you charge? Well, now you have a reason, and you have a methodical way of being able to explain why you charge the rates that you charge, and you can be able to present that with confidence and know that you're being fair not only to your team, but to yourself and to your clients. Are there any other tips you would add to setting design fees with confidence? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.